Grand day, grand night, grand evening, whenever it is that you're watching. So we are the 18 hotline. We got DP squared on the beat, and I am Victoria Hunty Sunflower. We are the door, where we cultivate balance between the divine masculine and the divine feminine, moving with courage and the grace of the dual animalistic mature of our soul. Today's reading is going to be a collective reading. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and trust your own discernment. If this message speaks to you, please like, comment, and subscribe to support the community. If you're interested in a personal reading or would like to shop our ritual candles, preserve roses, or bath salts, connect with us through tarots. If you are looking for natural hair and skincare products, visit Tans of Bees. Right now, we're hosting a raffle where every qualifying entry gives you a chance to win either a crown bundle or a canvas bundle. If you have any questions or concerns, you can email me. It's listed below. The products of the day is Tacne, Tamarind, and Mane Oil. These are the products from our canvas bundle. With Tacne, this is a facial serum formulated to help support clear skin. For Tamarind, this is a rich body butter designed to deeply moisturize while promoting soft, radiant, even looking skin. Mane Oil is a nourishing beard oil that helps condition facial hair while supporting healthy beard growth and moisture. For our crown bundle, we have Empress Bees, a botanical hair exfoliator created to strengthen and nourish your strands. This is perfect for twist out, wash and goes, curls, or straight styles for everyday moisture. With Rock and Roll Grow, we have our signature hair growth oil that helps nourish the scalp, strengthening your hair as well as locking in the moisture. This is great if you have braids, locks, or wanting something for a protective style, your twist, as well as just natural hair. With Pumpkin Heat, this is a lightweight protectant that helps shield your hair during heat styling while moisturizing from root to tip to support a stronger, healthier looking hair for your strands. Now, this energy, I was getting a lot of angel numbers, so I thank you guys for tuning in with me. I pray you're safe, protected, and walking in alignment with your highest purpose. If no one has told you today, just know this, that I love you. Remember, the transformation you're seeking begins with you. Every choice you make is a seed for your future. Ashe, yay. Now let's get back to the 18 hotline. We got BP Squad on the beat, and I am Victoria Frequency Sunflower. I feel like this is a shared collection between spiritual themes, um, symbols, and note. I feel like a lot of you are paying attention to personal journeys within yourself, but also making sure of what you learned along the way. You're trusting this certain journey of yourself because you're moving from a standpoint of mastery versus a standpoint of lack. When it comes to your responsibility, maybe the balance between material and spiritual life, it's a lot of freedom, a lot of change, or you could just be learning through those experiences. I'm seeing heavy energy of three, whether this is your communication, you're exploring within your inspiration or your spiritual gifts. Heavy when it comes to just that master teacher energy. You're being asked to kind of embrace the change that whatever is encouraging you to stay grounded, remain in the energy. Your voice, as well as your creativity, is allowing those spiritual gifts to be awakened within you, and it's kind of helping you focus on what's more important. Whether this is how you kind of self express yourself through the parts of healing, it's just a lot of you entering in a season where your experiences is becoming wiser because you're sharing your journey with others. At this time, you may be experiencing like left foot itching. For some of you, if you are, this could be a need for you to reflect on your past before moving forward, if it is the left foot that is itching. With this side, it's mostly receptive energy for your inner healing as well as the intuition side of yourself. So this is that feminine energy, that yang energy being open to receive. A lot of you could be releasing emotional baggage as well as having a intentionally reminder to move with to not move with impulse rather, but just being mindful of where you're placing your energy as well as preparing for the spiritual journey. I was tapping into a book by Mary Merlin, I think that's her name, and the name of the book is God Don't Like Early. Not God Don't Like Early. Well, patience is key, child, but her name is Mary Monroe, and it's called God Still Don't Like Ugly. And so this was a remarkable talent for her for the Chicago Sun-Times. So you could be a writer of yourself, or you could be from Chicago. Take it how it resonate. But the beauty part about this book, I kind of wanted to see where was that phrase being looked at. And so whether this was like the characters, maybe they felt more than the appearance. So a lot of pride or cruelty, energy kind of like had consequences. A lot of kindness, but also just things that was showing that what you sow, you eventually reap. So if you're looking at this from a standpoint of like a major lesson, then it may be a good read for some of you if you're into that. But this is a lot of it's focusing like on just that major lesson of learning how to heal from pain without allowing yourself to define it within your future. I love it because it shows you that self love versus self mastery. That's kind of like what I pulled from the book. So, with the self love, it's showing you how to accept that parts of yourself, honoring your emotions, but also forgiving yourself to stand on those healthy boundaries while also practicing compassion. If you're looking at it from a self mastery standpoint, you've developed discipline, you're really becoming the author of your own life instead of reacting to just the circumstances, but allowing the actions with your own values to kind of manage with your emotions wisely to follow through on commitments. And this is kind of like what we've been talking about as a collective. So I was really excited to bring this forth today. That's why I didn't record yesterday. A lot of this is showing that you're now saying, I am worthy and I will become who I'm meant to be. You could be a Sagittarius, and I was also picking up on the Life Path 9 energy. This is just that philosophy of freedom, that truth of higher learning, but also just that adventure. A lot of compassion, a lot of wisdom, just a lot of spiritual completion of letting go, but also just having that humanitarian service for knowing that becoming a lifelong student is like sharing wisdom gained through experience. Whether you're traveling inward or outward, is teaching you through examples that you've already turned your pain into purpose. A lot of this freedom comes not only from just exploring the world, but also releasing what no longer serves you. Now, I'm not sure if some of you are into. Mommy, get off that. Get off of it. Huh? Get off of it. I'm not sure if some of you are into journaling, but I did set aside a couple prompts for you for that. Whether this is daily prompting or if you want to just pick a couple, I'm going to go ahead and go over those in just a second, but I want to skip over those right now and really talk about paying attention to your aura. Within this energy, you may want to look at paying attention to things that you notice within your day to day, as well as the emotions that's keeping you returning to certain things, or even if things make you feel stagnant or stuck. But within these signs, try to kind of see what appears repeatedly, also giving you that peace for space. So within the lesson, just know that you're teaching yourself as well as learning how to be grateful for the challenges presented to you. Mommy, stop. So with this, I'd also want you guys to see like how do you feel around different people, the emotional atmosphere of a room, as well as changes in your own energy after conversations. But whether an environment feels calming, draining, or uplifting, rather than trying to see an oral standpoint, just really pay attention and observe those subtle experiences around certain circumstances. So I'm not sure if a lot of you are familiar with your chakra tones or their common associations. 911 angel number has been coming through strong. So whether it's you're born September 11th or you're born within the hour, AM or PM, post meridian and meridian, something like that, is coming through. But the root chakra, let's start with this. This is your safety, and it has a lam tone. Then you have your sacral, which is your creativity, and it has a vam tone. Your solar plexus is your confidence, and it has a ram tone. Your heart chakra is where you love, it has a yam tone. Then you have your throat chakra for your communication, which is a hum tone. You have your third eye, which is your intuition, which is a tone, and then you have your crown chakra, and which is your spiritual connection, which is kind of like silence or just the silent So within these associations, they come from like certain spiritual traditions, but also just helping you see the complaint of practices. I want you guys to be helpful when it comes to paying attention to your discernment, spending time in nature, as well as listening before reacting. But this will help you test those spiritual impressions about your wisdom, as well as the compassion of your reality. So this may come while you're doing quiet observations, or even meditating, or even in prayer. It smell good, mommy. Yeah. With this, you can open up safely by speaking honestly, respecting boundaries, as well as processing emotions before reacting. And a lot of this could be with sharing with trusted people, or even just allowing vulnerability without abandoning discernment. Okay. When you are finding that flow, it may look in a moment of gratitude, consistency, presence, creativity, rest, is, and just really trusting the abilities of continuing to learn as you go. Really having that Midas touch and recognizing opportunities of inspiring others, but also just building something meaningful within yourself. Whether you are sharing your gifts through creating something, it's just a reminder that you can balance your material resources, relationships, purpose, and wisdom. You are the author of your story, okay? Taking responsibility for your choices, rewriting limits and beliefs, choosing growth over fear, as well as viewing challenges as chapters rather than the entire story. Okay? I was getting the energy of Psalms 93. So if some of you would like to look at the books of Psalms, this will help you when it comes to some of you like to see guidance, okay? Finding refuge in the book that they gave you, and trusting in, difficult times, but this is an honest prayer that you can do for that. And knowing when to clean is kind of like helpful as well to keep that space and energy light and airy. So physically, you may want to kind of declutter your space, which is dust and clean it, as well as opening your windows or even your doors for fresh air sometime. Emotionally, you want to resolve lingering conflicts. So journal those difficult feelings or rest. Now, when I tell y'all to journal, some of y'all may actually have journals, but you know that when you do a fire release, you can also write that down and burn it. Um, so I feel like for some of you, that may be beneficial. And I know we had that to come out the other day, but for someone, it's like you're offering, or someone needs you to offer them something, but it's a need for you to not carry the whole world on your shoulders, okay? It's giving Gemini energy with that shoulders energy. Life can be hard, but it is a need for you to be the one to focus on how wonderful it can get for you. If you're looking at this from spiritually, once again, you may need to kind of incorporate their rest within your schedule. Spend time in quiet contemplation, reflecting on what you want to carry forward, moving forward, as well as just practicing that gratitude. Now let's look at it from a tarot standpoint. Ha, the good stuff. I'm actually hearing that song come through, Mr. Good Stuff. Let me see if I can get it to play. Oh, it's Mr. Big Stuff. 2:44 is the length of this song. And I think I bet it right and playing afterwards. This might be a good little playlist. What is this energy? Like, is this how the collective is being viewed? Or they may view you like this, child. I don't know. But let's get into it. We got the Seven of Cups here to the Seven of Pentacles, heavy on the seven energy. A lot of discernment, a lot of avoiding illusions, but it's a lot of possibilities about to be presented to you. Where you were in this energy of elevating your growth through like long-term patience, You're now about to be stepping in this energy of just a deeper self love, but you have this emotional renewal about yourself. Whether you found this within healing or if you were stable when it came to new opportunities, you're simply building something that's lasting. It's a lot of celebration, a lot of community energy, and supportive relationships that I'm seeing in the mix. You were once in this energy of healing from fear, but then you decided to just let those things go to kind of a lot of overthinking was done, and now you chose to move towards mental peace rather than just standing in the energy of not, pulling yourself together. When I look at this as a sequence, it's showing that a lot of options of uncertainty was how you kind of grew past this emotional renewal for yourself. You found like the ultimate relief versus worry. So I was getting a lot of initials coming through, and I don't know if you may can get us some abbreviations out of this. I don't know, child. But we was getting the initials B, F, D, R, M, U, O, I, and S, as well as V and H. And then with this, I was seeing like a lot of balance of self love, but also self discipline. It was a lot of initials here. So I was getting like a lot of things are kind of just being pulled in alignment. A lot of physical, emotional, as well as spiritual well being energy was kind of coming into their mix. A lot of expressive energy. A lot of you could be even in this energy of just feeling like gradual experience are becoming like how you're showing up in your day to day. Maybe you're feeling more wise, or maybe you're feeling like you're a lot of benefits are around you. I just feel like the energy is kind of very, very abundant. We did have the Ten of Wands and the Queen of Wands to come through as well. Now, I was looking at this from emotional, from the Ace of Cups energy, because you are carrying a great deal of responsibility and even emotional weight, but you're growing into that confidence of courage and leadership despite those burdens feeling, on Queen of Wands. Okay, you essentially turned the Ten of Wands into a Queen of Wands. Okay, so she definitely upgraded through the heights of uncertainty. The lesson is that your heart is opening, but you're also learning to not carry everything alone. And remember, we did have releasing that weight of the shoulders energy to come out earlier. That was essentially 11 of Wands energy. The Ten of Wands and the now she is here, Betty Wright with no pain, no gain. So within this, it's like going beyond your current limits, but also paying attention to your spiritual awakening through your action. And now it's like you're finding this new phase of really completing important lessons within yourself. I was getting the energy of either black Mercedes or Bugatti. These could be your dream cars, your previous cars, don't know. But it's just an energy of just momentum, confidence, and direction, as well as just personal success when it comes to ambition. So this is kind of like even forward moving within your life to create greater stability and abundance rather than literally predicting a specific vehicle. With the Queen of Cups here, the Three of Cups, and the Six of Cups, it's a lot of emotional maturity, but also just that happy memories connecting you with someone from your past. A lot of healing through compassion, but also supportive friendships within your community. I remember saying that earlier, and I also feel like how you're wanting to be viewed or even showing up for yourself, you started giving that energy to yourself. A lot of energy was feeling like 25%, but now everything is balancing out, and then the openness is like a lot of more connection to likelihood versus not. Nine of Pentacles here to the Four of Pentacles is showing like that confidence of enjoying the results of the fruits of your labor, but also just self sufficiency, protecting what you build, but also being careful of like where your money as well as your emotions go, avoiding holding on too tightly, but also knowing that it's limits through growth. A lot of energy to kind of focus on those accomplishments while remaining open to giving and receiving. I was getting the King of Swords and the King of Cups to the Four of Swords. Calm leadership energy, but also just taking time before making important decisions, emotional wisdom through rest and recovery, suggesting a peace that comes through reflection rather than reacting quickly. Running to the sound of the rain is what I heard when I was writing down the Queen of Wands energy. This was giving me that letting old pain wash away. So for no pain, no gain to be playing right now is so beautiful. Running toward the rain instead of away from it is like choosing healing rather than avoiding the difficulty of emotions. A lot of you are in this energy of renewing those innocence parts of you, or even just finding that surgery to success. It's a lot of purging you've been doing in your day to day. The Six of Pentacles showing its presence with the Five of Wands. A lot of conflict or even anxiety is just being purged because you're now in the energy of supporting your flow versus not. And this is kind of like showing that a lot of hardship is inevitable. But with these cards, you can acknowledge the stress instead of letting it, quietly build up more tension within yourself. A lot of this energy was balanced when it came to the water energy, heavy Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Three of Cups, Seven of Cups, Ten of Cups, Nine of Pentacles is even showing its presence. That was the goal. It's like you learn to trust within certain celebrations or even certain contracts, but you carefully evaluated your options and avoided the illusions when it came to a lot of options. You eventually really got to the core intel of yourself and those hidden parts of yourself and kind of wanted to build things that was more confident or even more just independent. I'm really getting the energy of long lasting. So moving toward emotion fulfillment of harmony. A lot of working through heavy responsibilities, but also just stepping into confidence. A lot of you are on this journey of just healing through maturity and supportive relationships, as well as just a new emotional beginning. A lot of process the conflict and release that anxiety energy is already kind of cleared a lot of space, and now it's a greater contentment as well as that balance that you're finding. A lot of creating of financial and emotional stability. I was getting some more oracle after we pulled tarot. So we had the love card, the irreconcilable differences in reverse to ascension, pressure cooker, crown care, and two of swords. Now, three songs down. Let's see, we gotta go to the playlist. We are on Sunshine Lady by Willie Hutch. Get Ready by The Temptations is coming through. So is that red like Sunshine Lady Get Ready? I think that could be interpreted like that. So we do have love and irreconcilable differences showing up, and this is like a chance to kind of revisit unresolved issues or even just seeing a relationship from a new perspective. Realizing what seemed impossible may not be workable, but it can also be a reminder to not force reconciliation and fundamental values versus conflict. With the Ascension card here, this card often is your spiritual growth through challenges, but if I was looking at it from a love standpoint, it's a lot of old patterns was kind of the standard to change for a connection to be pushed through growth. A lot of deeper lessons about how you view past relationships kind of put you in this pressure cooker energy, okay? Unspoken feelings build up, a situation where things were kind of just reaching the external stress of strong emotions. A lot of pressure could either create transformation or lead to an emotional release if it isn't addressed. When it comes to the crown chakra energy, this is where you was getting that connection of honoring your highest self. Whether you were looking at it from a recognition or even just higher wisdom, you were starting to lead with integrity instead of ego. And a lot of you were needing to kind of remember those self-worth parts of yourself. And it came with giving this, self-care is self-love. It's a lot of compassion, emotional nurturing, as well as maturing within that mutual support within trying to ground your higher self as well as your lower self. And it's okay to kind of know that that balance is where people investigate when it comes to relationships. Also, when it comes to carrying emotional weight. So, healing those parts of you before going into new connections or new contracts, it's really a need to kind of pay attention to those things that may once have felt guarded or even just difficult to have conversations about, or even just wanting, more clarity before acting. A lot of it encourages you to have honest reflections about gathering the information you need before deciding to make new decisions or new choices. There may be some unresolved differences that deserve thoughtful attention rather than just immediate conclusions. But just know that your situations or even your relationships, past situationships, was prompting significant personal growth. And even within this ascension, it's a lot of tension that it was building up, but also making room for you to have those honest communications to kind of increase the importance of what you were trying to encourage to protect when it comes to your self respect, but also the wisdom that you bestow. And so, while still showing that compassion, it was a lot of decisions or even conversations approaching when it came to making difficult decisions. The central spiritual theme is to use your discernment at all times, balancing your love with your clarity, as well as your compassion with your boundaries, and hope with an honest assessment of what supports your well-being. It's so beautiful how love and happiness is playing now for Al Green. The number three is significant. So, if you're new, this is the 18 Hotline. We got DP squared on the beat, and I'm Big Sam Breeze Hunty Sunflower. If you're in here, just breathe, relax your shoulders, lift your chin, and smile. We are Lador, and where we cultivate balance between the divine masculine and divine feminine, moving with courage and grace of the dual animalistic nature of our soul. Today, we're doing a collective reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Trust your own discernment. If this measure speaks to you, please like, comment, and subscribe to support the community. If you're interested in a personal reading or would like to shop our ritual candles, preserved roses, or bath salts, connect with us through tarots. If you're looking for natural hair and skincare products, visit Tangibees. Right now, we're hosting a raffle where very qualified entry gives you a chance to win either a crown bundle or a canvas bundle. If you have any questions or concerns, you can email me, which is listed below in the description box. So the Tangibees products that we have on the screen is our canvas bundle with Acne, a facial serum formulated to help support clear looking skin while improving the appearance of uneven skin tone. Salmon range with a rich body butter designed to deeply moisturize while promoting soft, radiant, even looking skin. Mane oil with a nourishing beard oil that helps condition facial hair while supporting healthy beard growth and moisture. Our crown bundle consists of Empress bees, a hair exuder created to strengthen and nourish your strands, perfect for twist out, wash and goes, curls, straight styles, and everyday moisture. Rock and Roll Grow, our signature hair growth oil that helps nourish the scalp, strengthen your hair, as well as locking in the moisture. Excellent for locks, braids, protective styles, twists, and natural hair. Pumpkin Heat, a lightweight heat protectant that helps shield your hair during heat styling while moisturizing from root to tip, supporting longer, healthy hair. So thank you for spending time with us. I pray you are safe, protected, and walking in alignment with your highest purpose. And if no one has told you today, know this, that I love you. Remember the transformation you're seeking begins within. Every choice you make is a seed for your future. Ashe, yay. Let's get back to the 18 hotline. We got DP squared on the beat, and I am Vixen Empress Hunty Sunflower. So I was getting the energy of a sloth, and I wanted to see the spiritual meaning of it. And it's very intentional living rather than just laziness. It's just a need to really conserve your energy. Observe before acting and trusting in divine timing. Not every opportunity requires immediate action. Protecting your peace instead of constantly giving to others, as well as having that growth to kind of know that growth doesn't always happen quickly. Sometimes stillness reveals that what is that we're rushing when it comes to things that we're trying to hide or even may didn't know we're hiding. But it's meant for you to know what can very much be fit in your schedule when you prioritize your day to day better. Some of you, to me, is given this. This is kind of like what you've been doing. You could have spilled coffee, or a coffee spill is very significant, which coffee is a symbolism of increased awareness, conversations, energy, daily routines, as well as a wake up call. Spiritually, a spill can represent releasing emotional energy, letting go of something that no longer serves you, a reminder to slow down and be present, or interruptions that redirect your attention. I was getting the energy of pink and green. So, pink is commonly associated with love, compassion, gentleness, the heart, and emotional healing. When you combine all of this, I was getting an emotional wake up call, paying attention to how you give and receive love, but taking care not just less stress of busyness, but overshadowed in kindness. A reminder that healing sometimes comes through unexpected interruptions. Um, with this heart chakra clearing, I'm really getting that's why the compassion and the forgiveness was coming through with the connection. School buses are very significant. I don't even think that was a school bus, but it sounded like it. Self love, gentleness, kindness, a lot of strong emotion surfacing, and it's a need to have that, compassion for yourself at this time. Confirmation. You could be feeling drawn to music, nature, or just even acting kind at the time. Wanting to have healthier boundaries or reflecting on old energies or past connections. A lot of this is helping you find where your most compassionate or even sensitive is. Pink is also encouraging you to soften your towards yourself when it comes to maintaining those healthy boundaries. We also got the colors green, red, and orange to come through. Green is traditionally connected with the heart chakra, symbolizing their restoration as well as their harmony energy. When it talks about your balance, the renewal, your healing, your growth, as well as your abundance. That red is giving that grounding of courage, physical vitality, link with your root chakra and just the need to feel safe and stable before reaching to your higher goals. You look at it from your sacral chakra standpoint where you feel authentic or even just playful, youthful. A lot of energy created when it comes to your healthy boundaries as well as connections of confidence, emotional expression, and creativity of joy. So I was really getting a lot of colors earlier today, and it's just so beautiful because the balance is showing that you build a stable foundation when it comes to your root chakra. You're expressing your emotions of, through creativity with your sacral chakra. The pink is, heavy when it comes to your heart chakra because we have green as well. A lot of practice when it comes to that self love and that compassion energy has really been top tier. A lot of healing and nurturing is helping you find meaningful connections. A lot of this is just suggesting that the journey is now feeling secure, expressed through honesty as well as just having an open heart when it comes to your wisdom. I had got an email today from a friend girl, and when I tell you, if somebody want to talk to you, they'll talk to your child, okay? I was checking my email to get my goddamn thumbnail for this video, and she did email me, child. So I loved how she had a scripture at the end of this email, and it was Peter 5:8. It said, "Be careful, watch out for attacks from the devil, your great enemy. He prowls around like a roaring lion, looking for some victims to devour." Remember when I was telling y'all yesterday that we was getting the lion and the peacock, and it was coming through with the Leo energy? This is your energy collective. Your path is clear. The devil can't find you right now, child. You and your white wolf energy. You have a lot of inspiration. You are the mighty touch. So need to pay attention when you need to cleanse your space, home, and vessel. Pay attention to the things that is sparking your creativity. Because you got somebody overstanding that attention. Love in this club by Beyonce is coming through. Let me play it. What is playing now? Let's do it again by the Staples. Well, I'm getting love in this club by Usher. I'm getting part two. Wait a minute. It's been played 166 times. Um, well, 166 million times. But I was getting the number 66 earlier. 17 is significant. 1707. You got heart and confidence. It's like you should be feeling very, very, you should feel like that person, okay? You're reminding yourself of who you are. You don't take no shit, okay? I was also getting the number 44. A lot of you could be reflecting on scriptures because we was getting a couple scriptures to come through earlier. If it wasn't scriptures, then it was more so like and then I this is just one video. I got to do another video, child. Lord, a lot of spiritually alert energy is here. You could be standing firm in your faith, but just trying to protect your mind and heart at this time, using your discernment or practicing using your discernment. Not everything that seems appealing is beneficial. Don't become complacent. Pay attention to discouragement energy as well as deceptive energy. These are the real spiritual challenges. And when you're following those, use verses to encourage yourself out of fear and to kind of remain steadfast. You're building strong foundations. Protect this energy, preserve this energy, as well as how you're showing up in your stability. Stay committed to your purpose, but also turn your ideas into lasting results. A lot of you are in this energy of the roaring lion, and we're about to be in Leo season, so it's very beautiful. Um, a lot of symbolism to emphasize staying grounded and continue to just build a solid foundation when it comes to Peter 5:8. And it also encourages you to remain aware while discerning. So taking all this together is a reflective message to just stay spiritually awake. Don't let fear or distraction pull you away from your values. Build your own life on truth, wisdom, and integrity, and continue moving forward with patience and discipline rather than reacting impulsively. Ashe, yay, yay. All right, I'm gonna call it. If you're interested in anything that I have to offer, please check out the description box below. Um, Personal readings, candles, bath salts, cereals, natural hair care products for skin, hair care, and skincare, Tansy Bees. And I will catch y'all in the next one.